I've managed to finish off 6 Whittler knives. These are all in AEB L stainless steel, and I heat treated the steel, and I used a Sub-Zero dry ice slurry freeze cycle, and they all came out around about 59.7, almost 60 HRC, and I did a video on that heat treatment previous to this video. So I'll put a link in the top right hand corner of the screen, so if anyone's interested in seeing that heat treatment process, that's where it is. So these are very much knives that have been built up to a standard and not down to a price, because I didn't need to do the freeze cycle. You can still get good usable knives by not doing a freeze cycle on stainless steel, but there are indications via the data sheet which say that if you do a freeze cycle, then the edge retention is slightly better, the toughness is slightly better, the knife generally as a whole will be slightly better. So why would I not want to make my knives slightly better? Anyway, I've managed to finish 6 of them. They're all a little bit different. 3 of them are ready now to be sent out, and I've built the sheaves up for them. So these are we'll look at them a bit closer in a minute. So these are the 3 with the sheaves. They're all right-handed sheaves. Incidentally, these knives, I believe now, have all got buyers interested. So any that don't sell, then I'll be putting on my website, which is www.jacklore.com. On my website you'll see the range of knives that I'm currently building, and you'll see the prices of those knives. I have had to increase prices a little bit because everything's gone up. The cost of belts has gone up, the cost of leather has gone up, wood stabilising fluid, heat treatment, everything has just gone up with this this cost of living crisis sort of thing which is happening. You know, everything's just gone up. So let's start by showing you the knives. So this knife, here's one of them here. This one I haven't built a sheath for. I've yet to build the sheath for this one, so I'm probably going to offer this one to Les. Les is in America, and he sent me this wood over. I do have a huge problem shipping overseas, but I'm going to do this one for Les because he sent me this wood and he requested that he would like a knife with the wood that he sent. So there you go, Les. I'll be sending you an email over the next few days. I need to build the sheaves for this knife, sheath for this knife rather, and that'll probably be happening next week. So AEB L at around about 60 HRC, stabilised maple from the ant infested tree that you sent me, red G10 liners, quad mosaics, and the edge on the AEB L, it's wicked. Wicked edge. Whilst I got this knife here, I'm going to show you another knife that I've built. This knife's slightly larger handle, slightly larger, about sort of, it's about 8 to 10 mil, 8 mil larger. And it's also wider. And I built this one for a good friend of mine, Cam, and I've still got some snagging to do with it, Cam. I've got some holes, you can't see them very well, but there's a few voids I've got to fill in the mosaic pins where the glue didn't go through properly. I need to fill them in. And the wood kind of threw a curved ball at me, because as I was sanding it, I come across a void in the wood as well. Again, all in AEB L. All the scales I forgot to mention are fully stabilised, so this is a very waterproof knife. As I was saying, these will be more or less impervious to water. I mean, stainless means it stains less, so it can still rust. You've still got to look after it up to a point, but it'd be much more durable than 01. It's not going to rust overnight like 01 would. So yeah, a very waterproof knife cam. There you go, look. On to the other knives now. The knives I've got ready to send out is the first one. I know Mick wants one, so I'm probably going to send this one to Mick. Beautiful little Whittler. Scales straight onto the through tang. Beautiful AEB L. Really super pleased with how the AEB L's come out. I really am. So much so that I'm going to order some more of the AEB L. I'm going to build some classics later on this month or beginning of next. I'll have them ready for the beginning of next probably in AEB L. It's just such a nice steel. The heat treat came out really well. I was really happy with how it heat treated. I'm happy with how it grinds, how it works, and I'm very happy with how it all holds its edge. So and also less maintenance required by the end user. So it's got to be an all-round upgrade. I feel the heat treatment is more difficult than standard carbon steels, simply because you've got to use higher temperatures for austenitizing, and you've also to get the best out of it, you need that sub-zero dry ice slurry mix, and that adds about £60 to the batch of knives because of the cost of buying the CO2 dry ice. So that's one of them that I've got to be going out. That's got a buyer to go to. One of these is another one. This is a very nice one. All in right hand little belt sheaves. Just small little sheaves really. This one is a different wood altogether. This is stabilised maple with black G10 liners, and it's got a lovely stripy pattern running through the handle. So I know Steve, another friend of mine, Steve, has been on about one of these Whittlers for some time now. So Steve, I don't know if that interests you, you can have that one if you like. And the last one I've got ready is another one with the ant infested, from the ant infested tree, the maple tree that Les sent me. So there you go. They are my first AEB L stainless knives. So that's about it. That's all I've got to show you at the moment. I do want to keep a Whittler. I do. I like the shape of the blade, the handiness of it. Someone did email me. They saw my Instagram post, and then they sent me an email asking about the Whittler and what it was all about. It's just a smaller blade, better for finer tasks. It's got a nice wide finger choil area there, so you can put your finger on there, and you've got a very small blade, so it's easy to manipulate, and it's just finer. It's not like an out and out, you know, sloyd knife or a wood carver's knife. It's somewhere in between what I would say a bushcraft knife and a finer sort of wood carving knife. So it's a sort of knife that I think you would use when you've gone camping or bushcrafting, whatever you want to call it. You've gone into the woods and you've set your tent up, and you've done your heavier bushcraft tasks with your bushcraft style blade, and then you want to just sit down and maybe whittle yourself a fork or spatula or spoon, or just do a bit more sort of woodcrafty carving. It just allows that, being slightly more pointed, it allows that bit more dexterity, and it's just a nice little blade, and it will do virtually all the tasks that a bigger bushcraft knife will do as well. So there you go. That's just a compliment, really, just a compliment to the bigger bushcraft knives. So that's the knives that I've finished so far this month. Any more information, just check out my website, www.jacklore.com. I'm only a one-man band. I get lots of people saying, how can I get hold of your knives? I still don't know how to answer that, because I get old customers and requests coming in from people that have already got my email, and it's very rare that a knife makes it past that first line of interest. You know, people that already know about me. If I post them on Instagram or on here, I'll get enough. That will generate enough emails for me to sell. It seems to sell the knives at the moment. But any that I don't sell, then they make it onto the website. And unfortunately, I haven't managed to put any on the website since the end of I think the end of autumn last year. You know, they've all just been snapped up. So I guess it's kind of a good thing, really, because it means that I don't have a problem selling the knives, but it also leads to a lot of frustration amongst the people like yourself, probably, that are viewing and they want to get hold of a knife. And so I guess that's just how it is. I don't produce them in large enough quantities to be able to satisfy the demand, which I could, but unfortunately I can't. Anyway, thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now. Oh, Cam's knife. Don't worry, Cam, I'll dry it before I send it to you.